Hello, I'm Gino. Welcome to Dazzle TV. Today, my topic is going to be finding love in the Philippines. This video will be personal observation, personal opinion of expats that I've seen over the years that have come here to the Philippines and found their Filipina. The most common expat that I've seen that come here to meet their Filipina, they start out their relationship with the Filipina online, a long distance relationship, usually several months before they decide it's time to meet their Filipina in person. And there's actually a slang word here in the Philippines that they came up with expats coming here to meet their Filipinas for the first time. They call it AFAM. It's A-F-A-M. I googled the word AFAM, A-F-A-M, and what it said is it originated from assigned foreigners to Manila, in Manila. So that's where the word AFAM came from. But it's become a slang word here in the Philippines. It's really for any foreigner that's coming here to the Philippines to meet their Filipina for the first time. You know, that's the word that they use here in the Philippines, AFAM. I'm sure you've seen videos of foreigners coming into the Philippines, meeting their Filipina for the first time at the airport. That's usually a popular video on YouTube that you can watch, and it's a exciting time for the expat and for the Filipina. You know, it's a happy time. It's a happy time, and a lot of Filipinos here in the Philippines, they're really happy for a Filipina that meets an expat because they know that the life of that Filipina is gonna improve if she ends up with an expat. What I recommend if you're coming to the Philippines for the first time to meet your Filipina, try to go to a nice city here in the Philippines to meet your Filipina. Cebu City, Angeles City, or Iloilo City. The reason for that is if your Filipina's from the province and you try to meet her for the first time in the province, that could be overwhelming for you because at least if you go to a city, you can get a nice room at a hotel. You got your Western conveniences. You'll have a mall. You'll have places to take your Filipina out on a restaurant. Like, let's say your Filipina is from the province, one of the remote provinces here where they don't have any cities. What's gonna happen is when you're Filipina and you meet up, you're gonna probably end up staying at the Filipina's house. More likely, the house will probably have her relatives in it. Will have her parents, brothers and sisters, and that could be overwhelming. You know, meeting everybody all at once. So it's best if you meet your Filipina in a city. That way it's kind of like a neutral ground. Then there's expats that come here and they prefer to just come here to the Philippines a lot of times, again, for the first time and meet their Filipina here in the Philippines. And what I've seen is they come to cities like Cebu City, Angeles City, Dumaguete City, because there's a lot of expats in those areas. So it's easier to meet fellow expats that are married already with kids and things like that. And a lot of times that's a good way to meet Filipinas because they'll introduce you to Filipinas that they know. So there's a benefit if you go to areas where there's other expats. Like I know in Angeles City, there's VFW 2485. It's a veteran of foreign wars, and you can just go in there, and if you're a veteran, you'll meet fellow veterans in there, have beer and talk to them, and get information in Angeles City if you've never been in there. Same thing if you go to Cebu. I know they're having get-togethers now, expat get-togethers, where you can just attend and then meet people that way, because a lot of times the Filipina girlfriends or Filipina wives, they're gonna have other Filipina friends that they like to bring to those get-togethers. So that's a good way to meet Filipinas here in the Philippines. A lot of times you'll even get invited to people's homes for birthday parties, anniversary parties, or even a kids party. But when you attend those parties, there's gonna be Filipinas there that you're be able to meet. The expats that I've met through our channel, and then over the years, you know, it's like I like to talk to people when I go to places where I see Americans, because you know it's like I miss things about Americans. So when I see an American that comes to Kalibo or Boracay, I'll talk to them. I'll say, hey, where are you from? You know, I used to, you know, I'll tell them I used to live in Arizona. The expats that I have met, usually through our channel, I get messages all the time now in my WhatsApp, because I have that number on our Dazzle TV Facebook page, so people can track me down through that. And what I've seen that's common with the single expats that come here, they just really want to try something different. You know, they've lived in the United States for most of their life, and what's a common thing I hear from them too is they say that it's hard dating in the United States when you get older. I've met a couple of expats that headed to Angeles City because they wanted that nightlife, the bar scene in Angeles City. And I was stationed in the late 80s to 1991 and in Angeles City when Clark Air Force Base was still open. The scene in Angeles City, like the nightlife and going out, that can get crazy. You know, it's like you have to be careful when you go to that area, because a lot of times you see a lot of expats get in trouble in that area drinking alcohol, because it's so abundant and it's so common. You know, anywhere you go, people are just drinking, so that becomes the norm. So you just got to be careful if you go to those areas. Most of the bars now in Angeles City, they're owned by Koreans now, and they don't have the same vibe like Angeles City used to be, like a walking street when expats, when Americans, Australians, British owned the bars. It's a different vibe now, because there's a culture difference. You know, there's a culture. The Koreans sometimes they're hard to read. You know? The one observation that I've seen over the years is the expats that come here to meet a Filipina here. You know, they didn't do the long distance relationship. They come to the Philippines and they want to meet their Filipina here. The ones that I've seen have better luck are the ones that come here and they participate in religious groups. They find the same religious group that they belong to when they were in the United States, and then when they come to a city here in the Philippines, they join that religious group, and that really opens up a lot of people to them. And a lot of times the religious groups, they're really friendly. You know, they're very welcoming to the expats that come here. I'm not saying you join a religion, you know, once you get here in the Philippines, but that's just an observation. You know, it's like I've just seen more people, more expats that come here that are successful in meeting their Filipina that way. And you know, the Philippines is a real religious country. You know, it's like it's hard to meet somebody here that doesn't have a religion they belong to. One of the things here in the Philippines, and many of you know this already, if you're in your 50s or 60s or older, here in the Philippines, age really doesn't matter. You know, you can date somebody younger here. It's more common. Again, I think the reason for that is Filipinos, they just want Filipinas here to have an opportunity to meet an expat and have that opportunity for a better life. That's why I think that's why it's more accepted here in the Philippines regarding age gap relationships. My expat friends here in Aklan province that are married to Filipinas, we're all the same. We like the slow, simple life here in the province. That's one thing we have in common. We're no longer attracted to living in the city. It's easier life here in the province. A lot more simple, and even the Filipinas here, a lot more simple than the Filipinas that live in the city. Most of us here, you know, we just want to live with our families and live a quiet and peaceful life. It really takes a adventurous spirit to come to the Philippines for the first time, wanting to meet a Filipina and find love. My recommendation is go to places like Iloilo City, Dumaguete City, Cebu City, or Angeles City. Those places will be easier to get acclimated to the life here in the Philippines. There's a lot of expats in those areas. You got Western food. It takes a lot for your first time to come here and live in the province, because the provinces here in the Philippines don't have the same amenities like Western countries provide. You know, you won't have the big malls, you won't have taxis, you know. It's a big adjustment if you come here for the first time and you land in the province. It's a lot easier, a smoother transition if you go to like some of the cities here in the Philippines. I think if you're in your 50s, 60s, or older, the Philippines is a good place to find love and to find a Filipina that's gonna be dedicated to you. That all the Filipina wants is to spend their time with you and have an enjoyable retirement here in the Philippines. Thank you for watching.
We'll see you in our next video.